Welcome, 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 my lovelies. Welcome back again. This is part 3 of the commission house that I'm doing at the moment, the big commission house. Hopefully you've watched parts 1 and parts 2, part 1 and part 2, which is the first floor and the second floor, and part 3. Yes, that's right. I'm doing the third floor, the third and final floor. So this will be the last video for this house. So I'm now going to take you over here, and we're going to carry on the top of the building, the third floor up, and we're going to start with the ladies' bedroom. I think it's going to look beautiful when it's finished. I can't wait to use the materials to create this room. So cheers everybody. Lovely. Follow me. Okay, so at the moment here we have a completely empty room. So hopefully soon you'll see the before and after. Well, you're seeing the before now. So this is when I've drilled a hole in the ceiling, or the floor in this case, down into the ceiling of the next room below to hang the lights. And I have routed out a line there to put the cable in and stuck it down with tape, so it is indeed extremely flush with the floor. So I can now lay the flooring on there, and that's actually the first thing I'm going to do, is to lay some flooring and get that down. We're going to do a dark brown or a walnut coloured flooring, so let's get that laid down first. Before I lay the flooring, I just wanted to show you, it's a real wood flooring that I use, and it's on a sticky back layer. So all you do is basically cut the wood along the edges to fit the exact depth or the size of your room. When I've laid it in other rooms downstairs and I've gone around pillars and bits of wall sticking out, you use a piece of A4 paper or a couple of pieces of paper and draw a template and cut that out so it fits in nice and neat, and then you'll lay that square onto your floor and you'll mark it and cut out the pieces, and then when you lay it down it all just fits in nice and snug. So the first bit is just the full width of the floor that I'm going to put on, and all you do is peel off the backing. I won't do it here because I won't take it off completely, but it's got a very sticky backing. If I can pull that off and show you, it's very sticky. Be careful when you do peel these off if you accidentally fold your floor or let it touch, because once you take the backing off it's a lot looser, the floorboards. If it curls up and sticks, it does pull apart, but it's a real annoying thing to do, and it's just a pain. So also as well, along the front, at whichever side you're using as the front, whichever is the front of your house where you're going to see the front edge, because all floorboards naturally run from front to back or back to front, not across. So I lay my floorboards like so, but along that edge it's just a sort of white or whiter coloured piece of wood. So I just get a furniture marker, furniture repair markers, and then just get it quick and run it along the edge of your flooring. If I just do it halfway there, hopefully you might be able to see that in the camera. Well, it's quite dark, and then the flooring there is much lighter. It's hard to see. It's hard to see on the camera, but believe me, it does make a difference, and you can see along the front edge. So it just looks like solid wood, or that colour wood all the way through. There we are. And it's best to do that before you stick it into the house, so then you're not running it along the actual construction of the house where you've painted it white or whatever. You don't want to start marking that. So I'll just peel this off. I won't be able to show you doing it on the camera because I can't do it with more than I need 2 hands, more than 2 hands. So I shall peel this off, put the next bit on as well, finish the room, and then we'll go from there. I can't believe John Boy just said, does my bum look big in this video? Right, there he is. Now, just to let you see where he is, before we finish this video, tell the viewers, what have you been up to?
Right, well, I've done the hall, well, they were hallways, but now they're, well, this is a hallway.
Yeah.
So you've got a downstairs toilet and then entrance, exit, well, to go up to the stairs.
Yeah.
In this one.
Okay. Let's just open those doors slightly. You can see in there. Looking good, looking good.
So all these used to be stairwells, but now I've made them into rooms.
Yeah.
So
and false walls.
And false walls. So that one, it looks like you got through these doors up to the stairs.
Let's open the doors so you can see through to another. The light's not very good.
No.
But there are doors through there.
Yeah.
It's a shame it's not enough light at the moment.
And this one here, because this used to be here, so I've just made the hall smaller because I don't need that.
No.
And made the attic bigger because I've got lots of things to put in an attic. Good. So I'm very pleased with the attic.
And you filled all the floor in there from the original stairwell.
You can see where it used to be.
We've got beams.
So I've got beams up there.
Old wooden beams.
Yeah.
Nice old light. It's looking really good.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm just putting the lights in.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the flooring, and then I've got to wire in because they're all going to have fireplaces in the rooms.
Oh, good.
So I've got to do that. I've got the fireplaces, so they're going to have like little ones. You know,
I do love a fireplace. All ones that light up. Hurrah!
And
okay.
Yeah, lots of extensions in there for other additional lighting as well.
Yes.
So,
yes. Good.
It's good. So I'm very pleased.
Okay, now I've had to, as you have obviously noticed, I've had to move on with it quite quickly. I have laid the walnut floor in, put in the chimney breast, put in the fire. I've put a brick effect at the back there and a black brick effect on at the inside the fire. I've made a half and put that in and fixed it to the wall, and I've put in the walnut coloured skirting around the room. So I've just got the window to put in. I've made a hole in the ceiling, but I've got the light to put in as well. And I've just finished staining the door, so that can go in. And then this room will be finished and ready to move on to room number 2. So I'll get this finished because there's a lamp going to go in there. But it looks lovely with the white window frame and the teak around, the walnut around the outside. And also when you've got pattern paper like that, do remember it just makes all the difference to make sure that you match your pattern and it goes in round the corners exactly, so it doesn't join up in the places that it shouldn't, and around the chimney breast, so it matches really nice there. And the pattern is nice actually, the way it goes over the chimney breast there. It's nice and even. Finish the house, I'll go through every room with a magnifying glass, and anything that I find at all I'll touch up or fix or whatever, so it will be hopefully as near to perfect when it's finished. So let's move on to the next room. Okay, sorry it's a bit dark again, and not great focus, but that's I can't get my tablet in there easily. So that's just the maid's room next to the nursery, just a nice plain room with a small black slate fireplace and a hearth and a brick back, and a little single tulip lamp on the ceiling. And I haven't put the door in there. It's finished, so it's ready to stick in, but as you can see there's wallpaper in the way at the moment because I have started on at the nursery. So if we come next door into the nursery, and hopefully you can see this okay. So the nursery so far, I have, as you can see, I have laid the floor and put the chimney breast in and papered the entire room. I don't know if you can see the paper very well. It's called The Months, so obviously they're dressed there for the different months of the year. Very pretty paper. Right, okay, and the order that you decorate rooms in from scratch, if you're laying everything, everyone does it differently. so I just want to tell you the way I do it. If I'm wallpapering and especially putting in chimney breasts, then I lay the floor first. Once you've put the chimney breast in, then you've got to cut around there, around the chimney breast and in the opening, to get the floor to lay perfectly in. What I do is just to lay the floor and then slide the chimney breast into the wall, and then the fireplace goes straight over it and the hearth, and it looks really, really nice. So I do the flooring first. If you wallpaper first, then as I say, the chimney breast is there and then you have to cut around it. So just a nice square room, put the floor down, paste the walls with and put the wallpaper on, cut it to size. It's gone, I folded it, it's gone round the corners, so so the pattern just continues on the paper. There's no joins there and in the corners there, and I've just joined it each side of the chimney breast, which you can't really see anyway when you look into the room, but it does look very neat, I feel. And I haven't wallpapered, I've left a tiny gap at the top there because I'm just going to stick or glue coving onto the top, and we are going to have skirting boards along at the bottom, so that will cover up the base of the paper. But now this paper is dry, I've left it overnight. There's a door here, as you know, so I'm going to cut that out, cut the fireplace out, and there's another door around the corner there, so I'm going into the next room. So I'll cut those out next and then put the fireplace in. Okay, I've had to get on with the job, get it done. But as you can see now, it's nice and finished. Fireplace is in and the light is up and all the coving and the skirting is in place. I think it's looking really nice with the nursery paper on the walls. Lovely little fireplace with the brick backing. Can't see it properly in this light. I will light the house up as soon as I finish this top floor, and we will see the whole thing. But now let's move on to the bathroom. I will show you, I've actually started on the bathroom. You come through a door here, which isn't in place yet. I'm afraid, okay, I can just get in there. Once the light is on, then we'll be able to see better. But as you can see, I'm in the middle of putting the bathroom suite in. I've done that without this false wall on the right, fitted everything so far, and I've just put this wall in, and we'll let this tunnel and groove panelling along this wall and the dado rail, and then paint any little gaps that need painting. This bathroom suite is absolutely beautiful. It's an Anne Shepley design, miniatures, and it is considered to be one of the best bathroom suites around. So I'm very envious. But it is absolutely beautiful. It's got plumbing and everything. The toilet seat is a wooden toilet seat. It works. It's absolutely wonderful. I'm going to place the panelling now, finish off the walls and place the bath in position, and then we can put the false wall in, leading into the little hallway in front of it. Okay, and then we have the rest of the panelling in and the bath in place. I think you'll agree, it looks absolutely beautiful. I'd love a bathroom like that in real life, or in miniature. Okay, now before I continue with the double doors and the little hallway in front, I thought I would just go into the last room, which I think is the gents' bedroom. I'll let you know what all the rooms are when I show you the whole house finished, which will be very soon, because this is the last two rooms. So this is the gents' bedroom. So I haven't painted the walls because I'm going to put wallpaper in here. Very nice wallpaper, and I have put the walnut wood flooring down, wood panelling down. So that's the wood flooring. So that's ready to paper now. First of all, before I paper, I'm going to put the chimney breast in and get that fixed into place, and then I can wallpaper around it. Now, before I continue with the house, the next thing I'm going to do is to wallpaper the gents' bedroom, which is the last room. Although I am alternating between the two, the hallway and the gents' bedroom, depending on waiting for different things to dry, or glue to dry, or paper to dry. I don't know why I'm doing that and looking in that direction. You can't see, can you? I'm really sorry. That means nothing. Forget all that. Let's start again. Whilst I thought I would wallpaper the gents' bedroom, before I do that, I just wanted to show you the paper. The papers I've used, that I've been asked to use throughout the house, are the Alison Davies papers and the Susan Bembridge papers. All of them are fantastic quality, nice heavyweight papers, and they go on really nicely. They don't rip easily when you're pasting them. And this one is from Les Chinoiseries. Les Chinoiseries is in Spain. I buy quite a lot of their papers there as well. It's a nice thick heavy paper, but I just want to show you, I just want to show you the pattern. You may not see it so well when I'm trying to show it in the room. I'll show you at the top there, so you can see Les Chinoiseries. This is the paper that I'm using, P. Pombos. But if I show you up close, it's got a lovely border at the top. It's lovely shades of greens and creams, and even the stripes in between the stripes have a little tiny textured pattern there. Absolutely beautiful. As I say, when you're looking at it from a distance like that, you don't see it so much. In real life you can see it easily. It's a beautiful paper. But I just wanted to show you the papers that we're using, or that I'm using for this house, are really lovely, chosen lovely by the customer, and hopefully she will like them once they're in the rooms. So I will carry on this one, because it's got a border at the top. I'm still going to put a cornice along the top there, but I'll just make sure that I don't cover up the border. If you're doing that, I haven't done it yet, but all I do is to cut, instead of cutting the top off the paper, which I would normally do if I'm not putting a cornice up, I just measure the cornice, so I've got the depth there onto the white paper, and then I cut the excess off. So when that goes up to the ceiling, it's got this white around it, and when I stick the cornice on, it covers it up, but it leaves the border nice and clear, so you can see that. Just make sure you don't do it too high and you've got a sort of white line in between the two. That would look very unprofessional, and we don't want that. So anyway, I shall carry on. I can't wait to get this papered up, and I shall show you it once it's papered. Again, I will paper around, over the doorway, over the window, around the fireplace, and make sure the whole thing is completely dry before I cut the holes out for the fireplace and the window and the door. And then it's really nice and neat to the edge. And then what you put on top of that, the window frame or the fire surround, covers up the edges. Okay, now sorry, apologies folks for the shaky camera. Obviously I'm having to hold the iPad in my hand while I film and use the other hand to try and show you. This paper, just this one in particular, but just so you have an idea of paper with certain patterns or stripes or whatever, to the left of the paper there, that's exactly where the paper starts, and I'm using that straight edge to work my way to the back of the room, and there's just a tiny bit of green line there, which is obviously the beginning of this line here. Repeat pattern. So I've laid that in place at the front of the wall there, and then work my way to the back. When I have gone to the back there, I'll just push that in for you. Hang on, I have to be very careful. When I go to the back of the room there, the wallpaper only came about halfway across the wall there, on the chimney breast. So obviously it didn't go to the corner of the chimney breast because of the depth of the walls, and dictated to by the length of the paper. So what I've done now, I'm going to use a piece on this side, a piece on the other side, the same. So all I've done is take it down to the corner there and folded it on right in the corner, and then it's just come out about 1/4 of an inch there, which will be pasted down, and then I can paste fresh paper on top of that and across the chimney breast to the other side. So I will show you, I'll just move the camera and I'll show you what I'm doing next. Okay, so this is really this is really just to give you an idea of how exact I try and get things for myself in my own houses, and indeed for commission clients as well that I'm doing commissions for, which this is. So the paper, the pattern dictates the where it goes, where it comes to. You can't change that. So as I said, this is the left hand wall from the front there down to the back, and as you can see if I open it up there, where it folds is just slightly past that side of the dark green line there, so it's just going into this pattern here, only just though. Once the paper's folded like that, it's a millimetre past that green stripe. So on the other side of the wall, on the right hand side of the wall going down, I want that exact same distance from there to there. And if you look, I haven't cut this one, but if you look, now this is going to be the right hand wall, so I'm going to start from this side, not from this end, going down into the room. But if I hold those two up, it's just something that you might not care. Who knows? Who cares? But just, so this is the front of the walls on both sides. This is the one I've already done, and it started like this. This one, when it gets to the other end of the paper, actually finishes there. It's not exactly the same. I'd have to come to this side for it to be identical, which is how it's printed. But of course you'll mirror image in it, so it's what happens at the other end that counts. So luckily, and it's thin stripes, there's only a tiny bit there for me to cut, so I can cut that off just at the end there, and it just starts a tiny fine green line. If I pick this one up, I can show you now. This is the right hand wall, and they are both the same now with a tiny fraction of green on them. So yes, so that's that. And then when we get down to the far ends of the wall, which is nearest you, well, I've folded the paper in. Those two obviously fold exactly on the same lines as they go in behind the chimney breast, like so. So now the distance from there to there around the chimney breast. You can't always do this, it depends on the actual pattern on the paper. But what I have done to make it as even as possible, if I, let me just show you, if I just pick up this one, where this has gone into the chimney breast, that's coming down here, and I'm now coming across here. Okay, so this is a piece of paper, a new piece of paper that it just comes where it comes, the same as the others printed, exactly the same. If I just start from the edge there and put it around the fireplace, then this wouldn't look very symmetrical, because as you get onto the back of the wall where the chimney breast is, it is just past one of these darker green stripes. So it's just onto the lighter pattern there and no more. So what I do is, first of all, just to try it, I'll lay that piece of paper where the paper would start there. So it's just beyond that cream there, which means I'd be cutting this piece off, so that's okay. But it would look symmetrical. When I get to the other side there, it's just finishing on those stripes, so that wouldn't look exactly the same on the other side. So just because it won't be the exact same width, the panels, but if I just, hang on, if I just move that over slightly, so they're both on, there we are, if you can see that they're both then on the cream pattern, and I'll do it exactly even each end, exactly. And the stripes that go along, it means, it just works out that there's a green stripe like this, dead central to the fireplace, above the fireplace. So visually, that will look as even and symmetrical as you can get it. I just wanted to point this out. As I say, some people may not care at all. And that's up to you. Like I always keep saying, it's your house. You do what you want. But this is how I am doing this room, so that visually when you look into it, it will look extremely even when it's done. But that's just one way of doing it, using a strip of paper that's not stretchy, and not anything that stretches. Use a solid piece of paper and measure physically around your chimney breast, and then lay it on the pattern piece. It may have helped. It may have helped somebody. I'd say who knows, who cares, but I care. That's the whole reason I'm telling you. So I shall go ahead and cut this so it's exactly symmetrically right, and then I can place all three pieces into the room. Obviously I'm doing the side pieces of the walls first because they go just onto the chimney breast by 1/4 of an inch, and then the back piece goes on top and covers over those pieces that are just coming in there. And it should look fan-dabby-dozy, as we like to say in the UK on occasions. Moving on. And once I've cut the piece of paper, so it's now got an even pattern on each side, I then fold it, place it into the fireplace, into the back of the wall, up the side of the chimney breast, and put usually I put either a metal ruler or a T-square in the corner of the room once I flattened it into the back, and I can sort of use that to get it as into the corner as possible, and then lay that against the side of the chimney breast, and then I can rub my finger on there, on that corner at the front of the chimney breast, and that gives me a line for the front, and then keep it flat against the chimney breast, and then of course round that corner, and then down the other side into the far corner inside the chimney breast on the other side, and then that meets at the other end, if you've measured correctly. Of course, if you've only got a few pieces of this paper and you can't get it wrong, and it usually takes about half an hour at least, because you measure and you measure and you measure and then you measure again and then eventually you cut and think this is right. But I've folded it anyway. You can see it this way, it's much easier, and that's much easier when I paste it from one side. It fits around the fireplace like a glove. So I'll get this glued into place, as I said. Sorry, I just wanted to show you this bit as well. Because it's flat paper and you've got it the right length, when you try at one end to put it in the chimney breast, because the paper isn't folded, it's much harder to try and lay it. If you folded it already, you can just slot it in more or less. Okay, right, I'll get it done now and show you the finished piece. Okay, and here we have the finished room. Lovely ceiling rose and light. And in the bottom right hand corner there's a hole in the bottom of the skirting board, and that's where a wire will come through, and then the wire will come along here, and there's going to be a lamp here somewhere near the window, probably on a little table or something, I'm not sure yet. Depends what the client wants to do once they receive the house. Hopefully we'll get photos of it in the future with the customers' pieces that they've put in to decorate the house or to dress the house. So that's the inside of the house complete. I just need to fix the wiring together at the back, and then we can get it lit up. But I'll concentrate on getting the front of the front doors of the house finished and put together, and all the windows put in, and then we can put the doors on it. Okay, and here we have the front of the house all done, everything painted and attached, all the balconies, the doors, pediments, the quoins, the pillars, the railings, everything. I think it's looking absolutely beautiful. We'll move in a bit. Oh, I can see some lights on indoors. Let's go in and have a look inside. Now hopefully it will light up a bit. Oh, that's better. As the camera comes in, little table lamp for the room. That's the ladies' bedroom. And if we come out across here, we go to the maid's room, for the nursery maid. So it's a little bit dark there. That's better. And that joins on to the nursery. So the nursery maid can look after the children. And then this door goes through into a hallway. And if we open the doors, come through to the bathroom. Sorry, I can't get the camera then any closer. But there is actually a light, you can just see it there. There's a light in the bathroom. It's a lot lighter in real life than it is on video, sadly. And here we come to the gents' bedroom. And then if we come downstairs, we come down to the gentleman's study. If we come through here to the hallway, with the door through to the stairs at the back. Sorry folks, lots of messages. And here we have the archway. And then through to the grand, down here we come through to the grand parlour room. And across here through the archway of the parlour. Nice wood panelling. Then we come down here. This is down into the servants' quarters now. This is the servants' parlour. And go through a door there into the scullery. And then through into the kitchen. I've put lights in behind all the false walls, as you can see there, light coming through. And then go through from there into the pantry. Nice long shelves there, so the lady will be able to stack them full of goods. And then the last room is the garden room. And there's an entrance out the back there, again lit up. Beautiful. So I probably can't get the whole house in one go. There's not much space to stand back, but that gives you an idea. Okay folks, so I hope you have enjoyed the three-part video series of this big house, my latest commission. If anyone watching is in the UK and they would like to contact me to design their home and decorate it for them, then please email me on the email below in the description box. And I can get in touch with you. The lady was talking about the study in her room, and I'm sure she's going to have bookshelves. So she won't actually know until she gets the house, and when you see this video she will have received the house, because I never put videos out of clients' houses until they've actually received it themselves and seen it first. But I'm in the process of putting together some books for her, and I'm going to wrap them up and give them to her as a present. The owner of the house is coming to collect it. Actually, they're coming personally, and it's going to be within the hour, I think, with the time. And I'm frantically trying to finish off painting gold around the leaves of the books, just to give it a nice finish. But there's lots of little books here that the lady's going to get as a gift. And this is the, just so you know, to go around the leaves of the book, I'm using the liquid metal in the yellow gold, and it makes them look really, really quite nice when you put them together. There we are. Just old looking books. So I'm just touching up some of the edges to finish them off perfectly, and then I shall put them in a box and wrap them. So as I said, anyone interested in giving me a commission to design their home, please contact me in the email box below, and I will definitely get in touch with you. Until the next video, cheers. Oh, nothing like a nice cup of tea or a nice cup of coffee. Okay, so thank you very, very much, folks, for watching. I have lots of videos planned. There'll be ones out ASAP. It's very, very busy year it's going to be, I think, because I have a lot more content that I want to put on. So I'm going to get busier. Hooray! As if I have time. I'll find it somewhere. I'll borrow John Boy's time. Give me double time. Okay, folks, thank you very, very much for watching. I am very grateful. Apologies for the floral arrangement coming out of my head. It's not a fascinator or whatever they call them, little hat things with flowers on. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Anyway, thank you very, very much, folks. Until the next time, stay well, stay healthy, stay happy, and we'll speak soon. Bye all.